In this video, we will learn about the similarities and dissimilarities between SAARC and BIMSTEC. So the similarities, first we'll look at the similarities. As we all know, SAARC is the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation and BIMSTEC is the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. So first we'll look at the similarities. So similarities are, you can see here, both are inter-regional organizations of South Asia. So both are inter-regional organizations of South Asia. Both connect the regions of South Asia, and both these organizations. Then the second similarity is that India, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bangladesh are common members of both of these organizations. The third similarities, both focus on economic and regional cooperation and technical cooperation. So these are the three similarities, and you have to remember this. It will help you in your prelims exam also and in your mains exam also. Both focus on economic and regional cooperation and technical cooperation also. Now we look at some dissimilarities. SAARC has a free trade agreement, but BIMSTEC does not have one. So in SAARC, the SAARC countries can trade with each other in different sectors, and it has a free trade agreement. BIMSTEC does not have any such agreement. Then SAARC maintains permanent diplomatic relations at the United Nations as an observer, but BIMSTEC does not have this. So South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation has a permanent diplomatic relation at the United Nations as an observer, but BIMSTEC does, and takes decision according to that, but BIMSTEC does not have this. And SAARC is more about territorial connectivity, while BIMSTEC focuses more on maritime association. Like there is a motor vehicle agreement in SAARC, so it is more about territorial connectivity, while BIMSTEC focuses more on maritime association. So these are the similarities and dissimilarities between SAARC and BIMSTEC. Now we will look at some important points which are also important for the two organizations. So BIMSTEC is fulfilling India's foreign policy objectives because, first of all, there was a failure of SAARC as Pakistan's non-cooperation has stalled inter-regional connectivity. We all know that Pakistan is China's puppet, and it does not cooperate with India. So Pakistan's non-cooperation has stalled inter-regional connectivity, which forced India to look for an alternative of SAARC. So this alternative was BIMSTEC, and it is fulfilling India's foreign policy objectives. Now BIMSTEC acts as a bridge between South Asian and Southeast Asian nations as well as Southeast Asian nations in terms of science, technology, trade and commerce. So this is an advantage of BIMSTEC. Then these are some of the important points which you have to remember. It will help you. You can use these points and it will help you in your exam. Then the third one is, two influential regional powers, Thailand and India, adds to the comfort of smaller neighbors by reducing the fear of dominance by one big power. So this is also an advantage of BIMSTEC. Then BIMSTEC countries have much greater trade potential as compared to SAARC. The free trade agreement will be beneficial for the growth story of South Asia. So this is also an advantage of BIMSTEC. And India's goal of net security provides Indian Ocean region also gets a push with coordination and communication among BIMSTEC countries. So with this association BIMSTEC, the Indian Ocean region also gets a push. And then the last point is that the two organizations focus on geographically overlapping regions themselves. This does not make BIMSTEC an alternative of SAARC, but the success of BIMSTEC only adds a new chapter in regional cooperation in South Asia, and this resurgence of SAARC is also important for India-Afghanistan relations. So BIMSTEC is important, SAARC is also important, and both have their own advantages, similarities and dissimilarities. So you have to remember these points, and hope you found this video informational, and I will see you in the next video.